If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Now download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now you're tuned in to Uncomfortable In-House Conversations with HB, the podcast.
Hello, thank you for tuning in into Uncomfortable In-House Conversations with HB. Today is going to be a great day. We're going to go ahead and have a great topic that I'm doing today. It's much needed. I told you guys that it's going to be uncomfortable, and this is the beginning of a long ride of uncomfortable conversations. Right here today is the conversation between a straight man to a gay man and an uncomfortable open questions and answers. So today I have a family friend of mine, and I appreciate him coming on to be bold enough to have this conversation. This is Daryl. Say hello, Daryl.
Hello. How is everyone doing?
Great. So how this came about was, we was around just kicking it, and we were all just having conversations, and it was just questions that I wanted to know. And it just went down, and then things that he was telling me that I didn't know as a straight man, that, things that taboo that we think about, that they don't even be stunting our ass like that. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is kind of how it happened. On another note, personal level, us in the black community, we have to kind of bridge the gap. I'm feeling, especially when it comes to the gay community and, heterosexual community. I always say everything's in extremes. And in order for us to have that middle ground, we have to have a understanding on both halves. So go ahead, Darryl. What do you think about that?
I'm very supportive of this conversation. Something that I think that's been needed, that has needed to be happen a long time. And it's not about being uncomfortable. It's just about getting, being transparent and just, saying how we feel. And you guys say how you feel. It's nothing but questions and it's nothing but answers. I can just only answer from my perspective. I'm not answering for the entire LGBTQI community, but I'm answering from my perspective, from the life that I've lived, and it's not a representation of everyone, but I hope I answer it to the best of my ability, and
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. So I'm also going to say this. I have to preface my statement by saying this. Because we're like family, have a good rapport, I joke about a lot of the stuff, so I don't want the alphabet folks to come for me. You know what I mean?
The alphabet folks?
Yes. I don't want them to come for me.
They're not as bad as the Beehive.
I say that. Okay. But I'm just saying, I don't want anybody to try to censor me or cancel me. I'm just starting out early, so please, I have nothing but love, and the whole point of this conversation is so for us to get a better understanding. So let's go this. First question, when did you realize that you
were gay?
Yes, there you go.
I always knew. Like there was no you were born this. There was no you chose this way.
Mm-hmm.
I was born this way. I knew it from day one. My mom can tell you. Anybody in my family can tell you. There was never a conversation that had to happen.
Okay.
I always knew who I was when it came to that. My mom always knew who I was, and she never tried to persuade me to be anything else other than myself. And because why would I choose to be a life that's ridiculed, talked about, said allegedly in the Bible, okay, that it's not correct. And I'm very happy of who I am. I have a very supportive family when it comes to that,
mm-hmm,
and I try to support all of the, like you call alphabet group,
right,
and everything that I do. It's not my life, but it is what I am in the bedroom. Let's not forget that, because I don't walk around with badge on my back to say, hey, I'm gay, you know, because that's not, it doesn't matter. I am a black male first, gay male afterwards.
Okay. So, you was a little saucy with that, dog, what you said about in the bedroom. So I'm glad that you brought that up. No, seriously. So here's the thing. I think a lot of heterosexual people, a lot of the issue is they're saying, cool, I don't mind you being gay. I don't mind you living your life and being who you are. My issue is I don't want to see, like on TV, a lot of kissing and the sex scenes. And like, we know that's what it is.
It's 2022.
Okay.
If we have to watch you breeders do it, you can watch it. You can watch us do it too. So, it's called a tough reality that goes back even to the fact of when they thought they wasn't going to see black people on TV. You know,
okay.
They didn't want to see that. They saw it. Now you're comfortable with it. Well, we're almost comfortable with it. And same thing here. Now, do they push the envelope a little bit too much? I have to agree with you that much.
That's what I was getting to.
And because and the topic I'm going to bring up is let's talk about DaBaby. When he started that whole thing he made that comment of hail to the people who are not in the car doing whatever. Right. Yes, his message was rude as fuck. Let's call it what it was. It was rude.
Okay.
But what he was saying, should he be able to congratulate people who don't have HIV or don't have this?
Correct.
You know what? If that's what he wants to congratulate, go ahead. You know what? But his message could have been a little bit softer. You know, he has to understand. He's a musician, and let's just say it how it is. Us gay people, we're the only ones who are buying the music out there. So he needs to watch what he says and understand who his audience is.
Okay, so I will say this. I will agree to a certain extent that the gay community has a voice because they are consumers. They really do. They go out in droves and they support who they like.
Consumers.
Yes.
We also we are the we revolutionize the every movement and every change in all of fashion and everything. We are the forefront. I mean, even the way people speak. Straight girls, heterosexual women can't do nothing but say, "Oh, beat my face," and that's the tea and everything. All that's come from gay men. So, just as well as you guys don't like to hear it, we don't like to hear it being said by people who aren't, in the gay community, but it's okay. We find it. We don't mind being leaders.
Okay, so, all right. And again, that's all good. And all of that, I want you to understand that a little bit, that's where the pushback comes, because that comes across, it's very subjective. So, again, if we had a woman in the room and she's sitting there and she was saying something like, listen, sweetie, we've been doing X, Y, and Z, da-da-da-da-da-da. Me personally, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not a female. I'm not a gay man. So either or. But my thing is, I think we should be able to respect each other enough to understand. And it doesn't...
Oh, it sounds good when they say it, but understand that where it came from. Just as well as like... Are there some things that gay people say that I just am totally against when they say I'm more woman than you?
That right there, that's what I mean. Stuff like that.
You are. You cannot. You do not have menstrual cycles. You cannot bear a child. So you are not more woman than this woman has ever been. And any gay male that says that, I think is the most disrespectful thing that you can say, because you're disrespecting your mother, your grandmother, your sisters, and any woman that is in your life. So I am totally against when people say that. Yes, do we play around and girl this and girl that and just like that? Yes, we do, but that is something we shouldn't keep it in-house into ourselves. Just because you guys hear it, don't mean that we're talking to you guys. If you don't like it, don't listen, walk away.
Good job.
But on the other hand, gay girls, guys, let's not forget, when we're in there in a heterosexual environment, we need to govern ourselves accordingly. They don't want to see us shaking our ass and doing all this shit with these little shorts on, because that's not what they're here for. We have to understand that is their environment.
That's their world. Right.
And just as well as that, you're right, that right there should be respected as well.
I'm glad and I appreciate you saying that. Another question I have to get to, because I personally want to know. So here's the thing. The culture thing that we were having, and it kind of breed into now as far as the down low, brother. So, no. Let's talk about it. So here's the thing. Um, I so as a gay man who's fully out, who's comfortable in his skin, who like, look, this is who I am, rah rah rah. I call y'all the Skittle Gang. Y'all like, well, you're doing your thing, and that's cool. But when y'all deal with these men, and supposedly in quotations, allegedly they saying they're straight, and they have, families, girlfriends, wives, and they portray that, okay, I'm this person, this and you guys behind the scenes and you deal with them. What percent or what's the word I'm looking for? I want to be careful with my word.
No, go ahead.
What's the accountability that you guys or you feel personally that you should have when you're dealing with them?
Listen, when I think in every gay person's life, they probably had to deal with this. And when a guy tells you that he's attracted to you, and he pursues you, and something happens, and then all of a sudden he tells you, "Oh, I still have a girlfriend on the side." I have nothing to do with what his relationship is on the other side. He has already disrespected his relationship already. I will never step outside of what we have and go and tell her and do all that, because if it's good, I'm keeping it at home. Let's just keep it 100. Okay. So, but those people who like to go and think it's cute to go run and tell a girlfriend or run and tell these people family, that's how they end up in the same predicament that that a lot of other people are dead or shot and killed. And sometimes, you know what? They have the right to, because he's trusted you enough to not to go spread his business. And you probably are spreading his business because you can't get something you want out of it. He doesn't want a public relationship with you. You probably knew that from the beginning. So for them to take it public and think that he's not going to get upset, they're dead wrong. It's a 50-50 thing. You have to understand what you're getting into, and he has to understand what he's getting into. He has to understand that he may pick someone who's going to run their mouth, and you have to pick someone who doesn't want to be public. It's a gamble. That's why it's the most toxic thing ever. Nobody who ever said they were the down low brother has ever worked. I mean, if they have, I want to know who they are. But it doesn't work, because it's going to get to a point. For me, I have a conscience. It's going to get to a point where you're ruining a family. Eventually, right. This is what's going to happen. I can't sit there and upset and be like, oh, I'm all okay about this, knowing that I'm ruining someone's family. Or it's because that's just not, that's all a part of being mature and being homosexual. I just wouldn't do it. I don't care who he is. I don't care if he was an entertainer or a football player or a rapper. It's not going to happen, because you got to have some type of self-morals. Money and all that's going to only get you so far, because it's going to get cut off one day, because there's a bitch that turns 18 every day, and you're going to look better than you every day. So you have to just deal with it.
I see. So you ain't with the Miss Shirley. Hello, Barbara. This Shirley.
No, we're not. I'm not.
Okay.
First of all, we have to deal with that enough in our own environment to deal with it now with a girl, because when it boils down to it, guess what? There's no competition between a girl and me. I can't compete. Sorry. It's just...
But you want to know what's funny? Here's the thing. From my point of view, it's funny that you said that. So, being a straight heterosexual male, right, I personally said, like, I look at the count, it's different, because even though the same thing, you're a man, right? And I say all the time, I tell people, like, men, we're simple. We're very simple. If we like eggs and bacon, we like eggs and bacon. If we like steak and lobster, that's what we like. That's what it is. So, if a man likes a woman, or a man likes a man, at the end of the day, I personally say, and I feel like she's being used as a pawn, because, like I said, men are simple, and you can't compete as a woman if a woman if a man likes another man and he likes that feeling. There's nothing she can do, because she don't have no dick. You know what I'm saying? As much as they act or whatever, you don't have a dick.
You're right. And what if he just happens to like both feelings? There's some things that a man cannot do for a man. There's things that a woman can't do for a man that another man can. But there's things that a man can't do for a man that a woman surely can't do. You know what I mean? But it's all with that person who decided to make this choice, because no matter how you choose, you know, you can go to the buffet and have all the, you know, cake and pie and all you want to, but in the end, you got to make a choice. You know what I mean? Because it's unfair. Unless you want somebody who is totally transparent with both sides, then you can do that. But if you're not one, and there's always going to be one that's going to get left behind.
And that's my thing. I think.
But it also goes to the cheating straight male too, because you're gonna do one girl is just one man, one girl is just as well as the other girl.
But
True,
but here's the thing. The difference is, and maybe I'm just being biased. I'm being, and again, this is me being transparent. I'm being biased. I just feel once you cross over to certain things, like for instance, this new trend. When they, you know, we're having this conversation, and I'm glad me and you, that's part of the conversation we had. So they're talking about sex, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the things they're talking about having sex, and you know, I know you heard when my friend, you know, Dr. Friend, she came, she was talking about, you know, different sexual acts and kinks,
right?
And they were talking about the male G-spot, right? Mm-hmm. And they were saying like, hey, you know, I don't think it's gay for me personally. Mm-hmm. And I said, again, I'm a male, straight male. I like coming the way I like to come. I don't need nobody to stick their finger in my ass. Me personally, and again, I just said, and we both can agree, men are simple. So however we come, like things that we eat, that's what we like to eat. So if we having sex, you know, I say this all the time. If I'm having sex and me and her having sex, and my favorite position when I'm ready to come is she on her back or she turned around, that's the way I'm gonna come all the time.
Okay.
So, hold on. If you messing with a dude as a female and you're taking your fingers and you're putting it in his ass,
that doesn't make him gay.
I'm confused.
Okay, it's not that men are simple, it's that men are scared. Because what if the female finds a way? Okay, well, actually, let's back up. Okay, so girls, let's talk about it. You straight guys want girls to try all of you want these hoes jumping from chandeliers, jumping off the table,
right. running
around the corner naked,
bust it wide open,
flipping over, show your friends, don't show your friends.
Damn right.
But you want her to try all these different sexual ways, but when it comes to y'all, oh hell no, you can't try these ways because you think it's gonna make you gay. How's it gonna make you gay? I thought that's how it's gonna make you gay when only two people that should know about what's going on in their bedroom is you and that person, and her job is to please you in any way she finds fit. So if you don't know that way and you find that you like it, that doesn't make you gay. What makes you gay is if when you fall in love or love of another male, or you know, sex with another male. If she's putting her finger up your ass, that's a girl. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this is my pushback to you.
It's your fault.
Hold on, no. This is a pushback. First of all, again, my personal opinion: men are to here to please the woman. We are alphas. We supposed to be here to dominate. No. Listen, just listen. We're here to dominate, right? To that's where we're here to dominate. So here's the thing. Just like a female, when you first trying to have sex with a girl, you kissing, you touching, right? First thing you do, you take your finger, take one finger, you rub.
I wouldn't know anything about
I know, but I'm just, God damn it, nigga, just follow me.
I've never been down that lady pond. I haven't had it since it had me.
Okay. Daryl. Well, anyway, so it starts like that. You take one finger, and you might, and you know, and a man with finesse, we might be like, okay, I want to just try this. And you know, this is her knife, and this thing take two fingers. You're doing this to open her up, and the more you're using the fingers, she's liking it. Guess what? One finger, you're gonna want two fingers. Two fingers after two fingers, you're gonna want a dick. Hold on, follow me. Once you get the dick, now we fucking. It's the same thing with a male. When you say that, first and foremost, when she's putting her fingers in his ass, what kind of position is he in? Hold on, listen. He's in a position in which that he's basically is being submissive or submitting to the female. He's being dominated by her. Hold on, follow me. So his legs up. He on his stomach. Hold on, my nigga, listen, I'm keeping it 100. So after one finger, two fingers, and she doing that, then the next thing is, oh, she putting a strap on.
No.
Or she, hold on. No. I've heard this. One finger, two finger, strap. Listen, at the end of the day, a woman does not have a dick.
Right.
She's not. I haven't heard women say, well, it's not gay because I'm a female, even if I'm putting a fake dick on. Motherfucker, you don't have a dick. God didn't make you have a dick. So at the end of the day, if you're being positioned or if you're being dominated, you're basically taking on you're taking on the position of the female. That's where it comes across at. And this is from most straight men point of view. Again, I'm not judging. My thing is, the reason why I'm bringing this up is it also goes into the psyche of the mindset of the down low brother, because I think that's how that starts. So my thing is, why don't you just own your shit? And I get, people are in denial about certain things, and it takes different people certain times to own their shit. But while you're doing this, you're putting other people, not just medically, you're putting them in position. It's just emotionally. It's hard enough. And again, not knocking anything or judging anybody, because I like people like you. I love and I respect because you are who you are. You understand what I'm saying? But the people who are not yet, again, and it's not for me to out anybody or people to be outed, but I just think it's very fair for you to get to know yourself as a person, whether it's a male or female, and stop trying to be somebody you're not, because you don't want to be judged or be ridiculed, because it always comes across messy.
Okay, so let's just take that for an example. So let's just say you're at home with yourself. You jacking off. Hey, something, your hand's down there, you're jacking off, and all of a sudden your hand slips in there. You're like, whoa, shit.
First of all,
Hey, go ahead. Your hand's down there, you're like, whoa, this feels good. What are you gonna do? You don't know. What if it feels good?
I do know, but
for me, you're just not gonna share it with that.
I know.
Partner, right?
I'm being completely honest, and this is, and here's the funny.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Oh no, I don't know how much. Why don't you try it?
No, hold on.
No. Go back to.
I don't. Hold on. No.
To go back, you saying 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger.
No, hold on.
You know what she's getting you ready for? Your prostate exam at 40.
Listen,
you got to get it. You got to. It got to go there one day.
Listen, if you listen to my,
I know. I heard you.
She said we ain't got to do that shit
no more. Okay.
But no. Seriously, this isn't a thing that I'm scared of. I'm scared of my sexuality, because honestly, here's the thing. Being around you guys, I can honestly 100% and nothing disrespect. I know for a fact I don't like men.
Nobody asked you to like.
No. I know that. What I'm saying to you is, it's just certain things that just don't like. It doesn't turn. Even heterosexually, certain things that people do, it's not a big thing. It doesn't move me. And I'm of the age now where I am. I'm simple. I like what I like. And if the shit don't move me, if it doesn't move me mentally, I'm not into trying it. I'm comfortable with who I am. But again, I'm not judging anybody. Right. I'm just asking, and I'm just having this conversation, and I'm giving my personal opinion that comes.
So instead of changing what you like, you rather change instead of changing the process, you rather change the actual project.
No.
Yeah, yes you will. Oh, she does. Wait, time out. You know what? I'm dating this. You're dating this girl, whatever. You like it. It's good, but now you're used to it already. Why not try something new? So what you do is, what straight guys do is, you know what? I like what she do. I'm a little bored with her. I'm gonna go try the next bitch.
Well, no, we don't look at it like that. You want to know what it is? We just we like the thrill of the hunt. It has nothing to.
There's nothing better than pussy than new pussy.
They do pussy. So it has and I'm glad you said it has absolutely nothing to do with being bored. Because again, at the end of the day, again,
that new pussy is gonna get better. The new pussy's gonna try. You wanna try some things with the new pussy.
But guess what? I done had new pussy and then go. Matter of fact, the conversation that I had with my ex. Here's the funny thing. that I had on the show. My ex-girlfriend, me and her was talking. So one of the things, her thing was when we were arguing, we used to argue about it. She was like, nigga, I fuck you every day, all day, any day. I don't understand how you still find time to still want to. No, I wasn't even a nympho. Hold on.
Just like sex.
No, it wasn't even that. Let me explain. I like the mental part of the control that I had over women that wanted me. So
you was like the hunter.
Yes, and I knew the fact that my shit was good. So, and part of me dealing with the woman, it like everybody can fuck. You know, you can fuck a chick.
Yeah.
What I got off at was mentally fucking her to the point where, like, listen, I was, and you know, I say this all the time. In order for a lot of people to do shit, fucked up shit, you can't have a conscience. I ain't had no conscience. So it was time, the chick that I was messing with, that she was explaining, like, I would be over there and she would just be like, you know, over there, she was just like, I love you, can you? And going back to what you're saying about the sex. So she would like the one to, like, give me head while I'm standing up. And I'm like, bitch, I don't like that. She like, just try it. And I would do it. I'm like, I'm not going to come like that. You understand? So I pop in the forehead and I'm like, bitch, listen, goddamn, have a Kevin Hart moment.
Because you said you didn't like it. So
I didn't resent it. It was just, I want to be comfortable. So
but
to me.
What about what she likes? Like me, I'm going to be a prime example.
Okay, go ahead.
I love giving. It is the best thing in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's not about... It's just a thrill of knowing that I know I'm doing it right. You know what I mean? And there's a pleasure going into it. So that could be the same thing for her. They don't give a damn how comfortable you're, but she just wants to make sure that she's pleasuring you. But I guess you said you're not pleasured by that way, so you say... Yeah,
so for me, I want to lay down. Suck my dick while I'm laying down. I don't want to stand up. You understand what I'm... Listen. Yes, goddamn it, this is my motherfucking world. So... And this is the way I want to come. But this is what I was explaining to you, the difference between us as straight men. This is how we think. And part of the thing, when I tell women all the time, like, it's y'all fault that men are, like, you don't be satisfied. Because here's the thing. I tell my lady friends and my friends all the time, at the end of the day, whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, the nigga gonna come. It's your responsibility to make him to show you what you like. Because if you don't, listen, we don't like to sit here and play mind games.
And that's, you know what, that's straight, gay, whatever, green, blue, purple, whatever. I don't like mind games. You know what I mean? Just tell me what it is you like, and then let's just get there. I mean, there is some fun to trying to explore it and get there, but we've been around the mulberry bush 5 times. Tell me which way to go. Like, yeah, granted. But so that, I hope that answers you. So now I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
This is definitely my question. Let's take the gay thing off the table for a quick second. No, it's a huge thing, but let's take it off the table.
Go ahead.
So, Black Lives Matter.
Correct.
Black man gets shot. We're black. We got to stand up for it. Black gay boy gets shot. Different story. You guys, we're black until we're gay. Why? We're not asking you to go to bed with us. What we're asking you guys for is the same support that you asked for our color. It's the same support. We're not asking you to come get in bed with us. That is not what we're asking. But what we do want is why are we black until we're gay?
Okay, so never thought about it like that. First and foremost, so I appreciate you asking that. Secondly, me personally, I don't personally care whether your sexual orientation. If it happens, I'm saying I'm for the same thing, because at the end of the day, as black people, we are marginalized. Mm-hmm. On top of, I must say again, because I'm not gay, but I've seen it as gay black men, you're marginalized. I remember growing up in high school, and me personally, I never had a problem. Just I'm cool with everybody. Just for me, the biggest thing, I just thought some gay people is just a bit much. But
And just as well as you think that, we think that too.
And me, just the conversation me and you were having.
Right.
So, but other than that, like, I'm cool, man. I have, some of my high school, classmates that, gay, whatever. Like, I'm cool. Like, I love them, like.
Because you're secure in your...
Yeah, so I'm cool. So I just think...
That right there is the test right there. It's when they are not secure. That's where y'all always say why we feel like we go after people and we're ready to jump on a guy, because right when we see that non-secure in your manhood, the first thing they start to do is start picking at us, or start finding these little things. Oh, look at this fag here, this punk here. Because on a straight guy, a straight man that's secure in his manhood is not going to do that, because that gay guy has no reference and he has no, like, his world's gonna move without that, whether that person is around him or not, and that person is just a name. But when being gay just starts affecting this person in all these different ways, we're like, the first thing popping in our head is, this motherfucker has had something in his life happen, or he's thinking about it way too much to where everything I do moves him. So that right there is that jumper. And yes and no, we are not attracted to every fucking girl we see.
Hey, y'all hear that? Because
yes.
that's what the thing, because I was explaining to him, a lot of us as straight men, we be feeling like, what the fuck you looking at, nigga? Like,
nigga, I'm looking at the booger in your nose. Like, what the fuck? Like, or looking at your dirty ass feet, or looking at your, you ain't washed your face, or your fucking breast thing, or the fuck, you got a girl that's fine as hell, and you walked in the mall looking like that. I don't give a... Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's looking at you. Because if we liked you, you will know it. Trust me. And we can... Just because you look at every girl, do you like every girl you see?
No, but that's...
Don't you look at another male and say, this nigga look fucked up. Don't you? Yeah, don't lie.
I mean...
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Arrogant. No. I know what you're... No. I know what you're saying.
Right.
But the thing with me is I'm arrogant as fuck. That person really don't even matter to me.
Exactly.
But I get what you're saying. My thing has always been, any gay men, they always had around with the baddest bitches. So, nigga, I just felt like, nigga, I just need to be cool with this nigga, because that's just how I be. So it never was an issue with me.
Technically, yeah, that maybe you gay straight guys probably need to get a gay male on their team.
Yeah, like, nigga,
and vice versa.
Yeah, like that's just how I look at this shit. Like, they always had the baddest bitches. So like nigga, I need to be cool with this nigga right here.
Growing up, I wish I'd have had that. I did have that street, behind me. My dads, my granddads, and stuff like that. But I think they took my being gay, my smartness for gayness is soft. And it's fine, because growing up, being an adult now, I'm like, damn, there's some things I wish I would have learned. I wish I would have learned how to mow the lawn. Nah, damn. I wish I would have learned how to. Okay, maybe I wish. Okay, I like hanging things up in the house and building shit. Yeah, I like doing stuff like that. Painting, no, not like that. But I'm not wish about painting no grass or doing anything on the outside. Anything to deal with sun, that's not for me. So, but all the other things that that my friend has taught me later in life, who is more more straight up.
Right.
And, I learned how to put a garbage disposal in. I learned how to actually sweep and mop and do shit like that. Because I came from a world I didn't have.
I want to understand though, nigga. You don't even know how to cook. So
I do know how to cook. I know how to cook what I like to eat. That's spaghetti, and and that's it. That's all that matters. And I will cook me some spaghetti, and it'll last me, for whatever. Spaghetti's not expensive.
Okay.
But
go ahead.
It is what it is. But now, what's some other question?
Well, but while you're thinking that real quick, I want to segue to something really quickly. That I before we go into the Q&A, I think that's very important. I want to know, within the community, what is the infighting about?
Oh, that right there. I think everybody's always trying to be the baddest bitch or the newest bitch, and it's like they gotta wear the latest fashions or the has the best car, and let me teach you a little lesson.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, none of their ass got shit.
Okay, I get that, but I'm also talking about as far as the trainees and the regular gay and the...
Yeah, you're right. And I think as I guess I'm going to be honest with that, the tranny thing. I think that as a gay male, the first thing we do is we put it's like against trannies, because I think it's a thought of that they are the ones who come in and take the boys away from the gay guys because they're the ones who, let's just call it what it is. Most trannies are topping the males. The guys
so you just hold on. I'm see this shit here. I ain't never think about. I didn't even know. But okay, let's go with that. Go ahead.
Because sometimes you'll hear a straight guy or a allegedly straight guy say, "Oh, I don't fuck with gay guys, but damn, I saw this tranny. She was a bad bitch, and I'm gonna fuck with her." And I'm thinking like, wait a minute,
I've never
stop.
heard that. But go ahead.
I heard it less than 24 hours ago.
God damn. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm looking like, damn, why? And then it's the trannies, you know what, say it how, and I don't want to be disrespectful because that is a disrespectful term, and to label someone as a tranny, they're transsexuals, and it's. I want to say that I feel really bad for the way they're treated, and I try my best to never disrespect one. And do I want to see myself around like sexually and in the same environment? No, that's not gonna happen. Okay. But like friends with them, I have a couple or a few, but it's just a stigma that they have. We have come a long way as a gay community. The transsexual community has just as much a longer way to come, and it's only because it's that whole thought of they, you know what, I feel when you see me, I know I was born a boy, but guess what, I need to be labeled as a girl, and I know how some women feel about this, and I know how some guys feel about this, but you know what, we have to respect whatever they feel their sexual identity is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I know it's a hard thing to wrap ourselves around. And then another thing that people always say, that using that term again, that T term, is that they tend to be messy, and but you know what, in the end of it all, they are leaders. When a transsexual or tranny, whatever you want to call it, is taking on something, she is leading her group, and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about them. They are the leaders of their group. You know what I mean? Okay. They gonna tell the truth. They're very upfront, and they don't take no shit. But most people see it as messy. Most people see it as them trying to, overstay their boundaries. And it happens. I mean, there's various different reasons why they go through what they go through. What I don't like is all of these, we've had a lot of killings and slayings and just murdering of the transsexual community. And I think that it's just wrong, you know what I mean? Just as well as Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matters. Okay. And I think that there needs to be some type of movement towards it, because no one, just because what they decide to live their life as, or what they decide, just whatever they want to be respected as, we're gonna kill them because of that. That's wrong. But when they say they're one thing and the guy finds out they're another,
you're tricking. You can't trick anybody.
But there's a level to tricking, and then there's a level to the guy always knew. He just got caught.
Right.
So that's my thought process on that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna go ahead and segue to the Q&A session. This is really good. Hope to bring you back. Yes, again, I would like to thank my special guest, Daryl, for coming in and having this much-needed conversation, and looking for many, many more. I would like to give you guys my HBism in closing. Unlearning old habits and mindsets can be difficult, but in order to grow into your full self, it's much needed. Thank you guys, and have a great night.